All right, you ready? Got another Firefly for you today. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and yeah, we're looking at another Firefly today, a fantastic guitar. It's basically a really good replica of an EVH Wolfgang. You know, I've owned a Wolfgang for some time now. Let's just take a look at that real quickly first. So this is an EVH Wolfgang, fantastic guitar. I absolutely love it. And it's very, very close to this right here. Let's just put these side by side here. So shape-wise, size-wise, everything else, very, very close. Now, of course, this is a better guitar all the way around, but this was also $1,300. This was $259. Now, since some of you know that I own that Wolfgang, you were like, hey, so would you compare the tremolo on this to that? And it's not even fair. I mean, that is a EVH branded Floyd Rose on there. Again, a $1,300 guitar. This is 259 bucks. And I do want to address that bridge because I was slightly disappointed when I pulled this out of the box. And the only reason for that is the original listing showed a Floyd Rose stamped or branded bridge. And as you see, this one does not have that at all. So I was like, oh man. Now I've gotten to know George from Firefly a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why he actually sent this to me for review. When I got it, it didn't have the tremolo bar in there or the guitar cable that you usually get, which we typically throw those away. So I messaged him about that and about the Floyd Rose. I was like, yeah, I was just a little bit disappointed. And he explained to me that basically there are two different manufacturers in China that manufacture these Floyd Rose style tremolos that are worth working with. I can't remember the names offhand, but he basically says, you know, these are made in batches. The first batch of them did have Floyd Rose stamped on the bridge itself. This batch does not. So basically what he tries to do is get the best components that he can each time that these drops happen, or batches of them. And I would like to point out again, $259 if you're talking about Floyd Roses. I'm not going to get into the whole thing about how many different Floyd Roses out there, licensed Floyd Roses and all of that stuff. There's really only a couple of really great Floyd Roses, and those are going to be over 200 bucks just for the tremolo. So expecting this to have a full-on Floyd Rose on it, probably not your best expectation. And a lot of people buy these to mod them. I've already got, as a matter of fact, Geiger has a new Floyd Rose-style tremolo that's out, and I've already ordered one of those. That's gonna go on this guitar right here. So, you know, the thing is, this is actually, maybe I won't put it on here because this is actually working really well, and we'll show you that in just a minute. I just thought I'd clear it up because, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed, but then again, a $259 guitar can't be too disappointed because most people are probably thinking about modding these. And if you're wondering, where did this bar come from? This is from another Firefly guitar, and it fit on here just right. So yeah, I've got a tremolo bar, and I just ordered a black one for that. Now, as far as that goes, them leaving that tremolo bar out of there, if you contact their customer service, it's not Johnny on the spot where they're gonna get back to you in 10 minutes. Give them a day or two. They will take care of you. And typically in a situation like this, they would have said, well, we're gonna refund you $15. Go buy yourself a tremolo arm and maybe a couple Allen wrenches, because that's all you'd really get in there. Well, that took up way more time than it needed to, but I wanted to address it. The existing tremolo on here actually works really good, which you'll see, so I may not switch it out, but when I buy one of these lower cost guitars, I typically do that thinking, yeah, now I'll have extra money to mod it with. Since George sent this to me to review, I didn't get a screenshot of it, but I do have a screenshot of the other one that was up at the same time. Pretty similar specs. As you see right here, this one is a transparent blue color, so it's, you know, it's kind of the flame maple top, but it has a mahogany guitar body and Canadian flame maple neck. It says flamed maple fretboard on that one, and I think it said it on this listing too, but this is clearly like a rosewood style fretboard on here. Now the strings that are on here are the original nickel strings. I wanted to play it for you the exact way that I got it. I am going to do some mods, and maybe I'll share it with you after I do some mods to it. But yeah, $259.91, and they are not extensive with their descriptions on their website. So the website is Guitars Garden. I'm going to put a link down in the description so you can check it out right now. Just know that they do drops, and the easiest way when you go there to figure out what all they have, just go to the search box, put an asterisk in there, press enter, and it'll show you everything that is currently available. That way you don't have to go through the categories at the top. And just keep in mind that they do these in drops, and the reason why you won't find this on the website right now is because they're sold out, and they don't guarantee that the model will come back, or it might as a different color, you know, all that type of stuff. So once they sell out, they take it down and they'll put it back up when they have more stock. But yeah, as always, there's these nice jumbo stainless steel frets. In this case, they came pretty polished. The rounded ball end frets on here. Got some abalone style inlays on here. I doubt that's real abalone. And I've really been enjoying having kill switches on guitars. That is a nice sturdy kill switch and it works great. Pickups on here sound really good. There's the back of it. I've got the plate off of there so you can see the claw and everything inside of there. And it's got a pretty decent block on this Floyd Rose-style bridge. Headstock on this is like the Music Man, and you can see that flamed maple in there. Ooh, man, look at that neck. How beautiful is that neck? I mean, come on. And even the joint that's down here is very similar to the actual EVH Wolfgang. The guitar's surprisingly light, 7.2 pounds, so I'm really liking that. Even the knobs on here are pretty accurate to what EVH uses on their guitars. All right, you know what it looks like? Let's see what it sounds like. Now, a lot of times when I'm doing these, I'll use the Engel Fireball 25 for a demo, but I've been using the Fender Tone Master Pro a lot lately. I'm really digging it, so I'm gonna use that. That way it's really easy for me to switch between distorted and clean tones. A couple of things that I might not have mentioned. This neck right here is just amazing. You know, it's really nice. But yeah, it is a roasted maple neck. So roasted Canadian maple. And man, it's like a dark roast. You can see all that flaming and the maple and stuff. And it's just nice, man. I like it. The tuners on here, they're pretty good. And this thing has not been tuned since last night when I was playing it, getting ready for today. So let's see if we're still in tune. Sounds pretty good to me on a big open chord like that. Good enough. You know, I gotta say, the setup on this was actually done a lot better than I expected it to be. You know, when you're talking a $250 guitar, or $260, you're just, I don't know, you're not expecting a whole lot. But once I got this thing tuned and a little bit of adjustment to the claw to get that tremolo, you know, the bridge level, it's doing really, really good. Sometimes it'll go sharp when I use the tremolo, but the entire thing seems to go sharp. And again, I don't know, I may replace this tremolo. I still have the same strings on here as what was on it when I got it, and I wanted to leave it that way so you could hear it as you would out of the box. All right, so let's check it out. All right, so that was the bridge pickup. It only has 3 positions, 1, 2, and 3. Obviously down is gonna be the bridge position. In the middle is gonna be both of them, and at the top is gonna be the neck. All right, so we'll show you all these distorted tones first. It also has push-pull on the tone knob, so. So, I mean, it's not a really pronounced tone change when I use that push-pull on here. Some of my guitars that have that, it's very pronounced, but a little bit of extra tone shaping for you with that. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and go to the middle position here. Get a little bit more of that bassy sound because you're using both of the pickups. Just for comparison. Now we're just on the neck pickup. And you know, for me, neck pickups are a little bit more for when I'm using clean tones and stuff, but you might have a song that really requires it. I don't know, something like. Yeah, that type of thing. All right, so let's do this. Let's try some clean tones here. And we'll go all the way down to here. Now, of course, you're gonna be able to tell the difference a little bit more. It does actually make a difference on the neck pickup too. Okay, back to this one. So yeah, it's got good sound to it. The pickups that are in here are definitely usable. Would I replace them if this became one of my favorite guitars? Maybe, you know, I mean, again, $259. I hate to belabor the point, but I mean, you're getting a lot here for that amount of money. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna go back to this. And one of the things that I really love about it is that kill switch right there. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun to play with a kill switch, and it's just another tool that I've got as part of this guitar, so I really like that. All right, so let's go ahead and give you a little demo on the tremolo here. You know, hey, look, it isn't one that has Floyd Rose written on it or anything like that, but to me, it's actually working pretty darn good. And that's with these strings on here, which are the strings that came with it, which we know those strings are not so great, right? So once I put some clear tones or something else on here and get a real tremolo bar for it, maybe I won't need to replace it. I don't know. I dig it. So there we go. It is a nice guitar, and again, 259 bucks. Even if it doesn't say Floyd Rose right there on the bridge, this bridge is actually really good. And George, as he said, he tries to find the best components that are possibly available for each one of the batches. And that batch that had the Floyd Rose stamped on it, that's what was available. And right now, this is what's available. They're both equally as good. And he said sometimes the one without the Floyd Rose on there are actually a little bit better. It just depends on the batches from that manufacturer. Anyways, it's great. I love it. And for 259 bucks, you can't go wrong. So big thanks to Firefly for sending this over for a review, and I'm paying attention because they've got some new stuff that's about to drop this month. I've seen the previews of it, and if you want to see those, I'll have links down there in the description to their social media so you can check that out because that's where they post all that stuff in Firefly Guitar News. So yeah, man, looking forward to seeing what they're going to be coming out with, and I'm loving this guitar. Maybe after I do a few modifications, because I'm definitely, this doesn't have locking tuners on it, so maybe we'll do a little update on it later on. But yeah, loving it. So that is the FFMN. That's the model number on it from Firefly, and I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important to my channel. So if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there is a red subscribe button down there and notification bell. Click both of those. You'll get notifications when I upload new videos. There is a thanks button down below this video if you feel like tossing a couple bucks my way. It is not inexpensive to run these channels, so every penny counts. Either way, I'm just grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for watching, and that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.